Alright, it's time to get started. Greetings and salutations, everyone. Another week of Pokemon Infinite Fusion. Not much happened last week. It was a bunch of grinding and then the Rival 3 fight, which we were more prepared for this time. And now because I've done all the grinding, I'm pretty sure most of my mons are at the level cap. So we're just gonna brute force through Nugget Bridge. Come back, game capture. It takes a minute. There we go. Okay, not on fast forward. That's why we're so slow. Hey, did I ever visit the hotel in this one? I don't think I did. My mouse is in the middle of that. Can you see my mouse? Oh, yeah. Did I do these quests? Find his girlfriend. Special outfit if I defeat him using only normal types. That's Bird and Fluff. I said I'd do it if Fluff had a fighting type move. I'm gonna look in the other tab. Stuff. I wish there was kind of an easier way. Is there? No, this doesn't let me search. Otherwise, this would be good. Stuffle, when do you learn a fighting type move? Oh yeah, I should turn my angry eyes on again. I don't know why my eye is blinking. Maybe that's it. I'm sat down again. Man, it really wants my right eye to be closed. Or I guess my left eye. Stage right eye. Hammer Arm at 32 is our first fighting type move. Jeez! Did you even learn anything? Damn. Brick Break, which I don't know where to get. The SS Ann, well that's better than nothing. We're pretty close to that. Low Sweep is in Rock Tunnel, which is kind of far away. Focus Punch is post-game. Disappointing. Yeah, so I guess practically it's Brick Break once we hit the SS Ann for Fluff. I guess, like, when do you get it in Sun Moon? I forget. Or Sun Moon 2. I guess it's Ultra Sun and Moon, right? It's a thinky. I guess you, right, because it is... It's like second or third island, right? So, I'm sorry, I'm fixing my eyes again. I do this every week, and I should just do it before stream. Maybe next week I'll remember that fixing my eyes. It's just a pre-stream thing. Sorry I'm being a little... Not entering this stream full stride. Why does it think I'm looking down when I'm looking down? It's weird. Why do you do this to me, eyes? Alright, that's it. We're doing one more. Oh, come on. Yeah, sorry I'm being a little quiet. I'm a little off right now. long week. Oh, my eyes darted away at the last second. Dang it. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it like this. I'll give it one more shot, because I feel like I can get the eyes to work. Okay. At least for kind of... No, we're looking down? I'm looking to the left. Why? Why do you think I'm looking down? What is with my eyes? Alright, I think we got it. This is good enough. Okay. What's he doing? Okay, he got Rock Smash. Probably better than Tackle. Frustration just because. It's probably not good because I definitely used him enough to get some friendship. Yeah, Birdka. Geisha! Ghost Fairy, and we don't have a ghost move, and we're not getting a ghost move until, like, Revelation Dance, so we're kind of okay with that. Sakai. Did we say, I think 25 or 25 might be the level cap. Oh, we gave Fish the Amulet Coin because they have... Yeah, we're gonna put Fish front. We didn't have... That was 21? Yeah, we caught 4. It is different. I didn't remember if there was a breakpoint or not between this route and the next one. It's Sandyba! Hey! Well, at least I think we'll get a bunch of XP out of this. Dang it. Oh, jeez. Larva. I'm gonna send in Sakai. I love Sakai so much. Aaron really is just one of my favorites. Oh, do we have enough fusions now? Can you give me... We've used 3 times. Okay. I think after we do all this bridge shenanigans, we'll have enough money to... And like a Pokemon or 2 more to try some fusions. Because I do want to sit down and do a thinky. I think I want to at least try and get through Misty today. That sign is a lie. I didn't edit it. I'm pretty sure she's an Ice-type trainer. Giran. Normal? Stuff it. Trying to bide me? That is a cute one. I like the bear playing with the bee. I don't actually want to learn more. He's got the amulet coin, doesn't he? Yeah. I checked earlier, but why recheck when you could just not? It's Doral. Man, I really should just be healing between each of these fights. Well, it worked the first time. What? What? Nuzlocke? Yeah, I called your bluff. One of those was Nuzlocke and some Turtwig, right? It was a little Pinocchio. My brain, I've put it together just like 2 minutes later. It's Pinocchio. Man, I feel a lot less. This bridge is a lot less frightening after Rival 2. Slurpuff Ralts? What? Pinsir? Can you tackle? Yeah. Oh! He goes the exact same thing. Oh! I guess he's grass. Water or is a decent typing. I think its main weirdness is just the quad weakness to electric, right? Oh, if I get a good ground type, that'd be nice to fuse to Gyarados. Fish. Stomp him. Stop him. Pump pad. He's dead. We got him. Yep, there we go. Abs food. Really flying dark. We still have to fight the rocket members, so I think we should heal first. Who do we put up front for the catch? Do I have anyone with the status ability? Flail hits for next to nothing. No one else really does anything interesting. I got my nugget. No, it's the top. Who did this? Who did UI? You can't put no on top. Can't put no on top. I almost put yes just on instinct there. Oh, it's a Trojan horse. I don't know why I did that. Oh. And it's a bone top. But it was... Hold on. So that was like Gibble Zorua? Pretending to be the Oh, okay. It's the Trojan horse. Because he was pretending to be the Trojan... Okay. Because he had the illusion. That's great. Was Bite not effective? Is he like bug? Grass? He's rock something. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I thought I could beat your... Trying to roll me out. Get rock smashed. Fish did it. Get out of here. Don't want to join Team Rocket. Now let's catch our legitimately earned Pokemon. Toss Fluff up front. I feel confident in Fluff's durability. Let's go. Who do we get? Ah, Jesus. Ah. Oh no. I didn't have any better options, did I? There were no Great Balls. Come on. No! Well. I accidentally pulled up. Console. Get out of here, console. This is our, yeah. We're at 24. I'm gonna go kick myself by seeing if I could have gotten a, if there was something better. What's happening? I need to add a row. Add row. Not right now. Okay, I think because I didn't catch... You're taunting me, and I don't like that. Sheesh. Alright, let's go kick myself while I'm down. Here's the Great Ball, right? Okay, now. Okay. Yeah, maybe Nest Ball was something? I don't know the math on that, though. Don't really have anything with Shadow Tag. Yeah, that was just a crapshoot, huh? And we lost it. Because I was pretty expected to lose there. Hidden Power. I don't even know what type Hidden Power we have on anyone. They can, like, all learn it, right? With Hidden Power. Again. Base power special. Who do we even want? char? I don't even know what type it is, though. And I don't really want to experiment. I'd rather just go to the person who tells you. Who tells you? It's probably later in the game, though. Given power. Who tells you? Who tells you? Where are we? Oh, it's in Ruins of Alf. That's wild. So you just have to either experiment or go to the Ruins of Alf. I don't really want to experiment. Oh, that's juicy. But I don't have strength. God. Alright, let's keep kicking myself. Let's see what I could have gotten, but didn't. Is it just Abra? That would have been so gas if I caught an Abra, though. Much gas was lost that day. I don't really feel bad about missing Stunfisk. It's a weird little one. Okay. Mr. Rattata. That's pretty cute. Now it's pretty dumb. Oh, jeez. Okay, it's a good thing I didn't one-shot it. He's scary. I'm gonna send Fish in, because Fish isn't scared of him. Smash. He thought I was gonna switch. Nice try. Alright, let's go heal. I'm pretty okay having Fluff out front. We looked at the... Did I look at the fusion for Fluff? Because water fighting's not amazing, isn't it? Let me pull it up in the other tab. Here's Gyarados and Stuffle. It's reasonably cute. Oh, the one you do is normal flying though, huh? Beware! I like the water fighting, but oh, it's pretty minor actually. You could just go either way. I don't want normal flying. That feels lame. But water fighting's not really there. They both have bad move pools that don't really solve each other's problems. Fun idea though. Oh, that's Route 25. Okay, so there is a set. Yeah, I thought there was a third delineation too. Okay, well we're on Rainy Land. Protein. This is where I didn't change back the game capture. It's my bad. Okay. Oh. Well, now this is happening. Yeah, they used Charm on us, so we're just not... Nothing's happening. I think we have to switch out just because... Pew. It's trying to counter me. But I can't do Geisha because... Yeah, we don't want him to puke up everything. Ugh. Clef Jr. Put Fish back in. Rock Smash. Keep trying to drain and kiss me. Oh, I should be talking to these. Nope, no rematch. Scared of his retardas, yes. They're too good. Why does everyone want a rematch? Why can't they just give me things? Still running around in the pajamas. I like the drying pan Aerodactyl skull combo on the Gary hair. It's just a question of like, yeah, I guess we're trying to get stuff with the 25. So I'm pretty sure 25 is the cap right now. Okay. Oh no, someone needs help. Corvana. Could we rock type? Oh! I don't like that. I don't like getting hit like that. You're pretty slow. I think it's better than Brutal Swing. Whoa! It's raining. Jeez, I still miss the magic showing me all the battle statuses. Should switch to Stargazer? No, they might know. Let's do payback. What about Birdsea? Yes. Oh god, Birdsea's moveset is pretty bad. I might actually just gamble on a hidden power. Birdsea. Over Quick Attack, I guess? Because they're like a weird... Our Birdsea is like a special attacker, yeah. That's weird. Pidgeotto's so weird. I've come to feel like in retrospect, it has like the same attack spec attack, but it has a lot better special moves. But it just doesn't feel like it's geared to do that. I guess maybe that and Oricorio would be a really weird combo. Normal flying with like Revelation Dance as your stab normal move, Hurricane as the stab flying move. Boring but okay. That's how I'd describe it. Oh, I really need to be putting Fish up front because Fish has the amulet coin. You don't have cut. It's harder to go over just one tile than you would think when you're playing on fast mode. Amsterdam. Solosis? What's the kid? Ella Kid, isn't it? I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm switching into Sakai. Whatever he's doing here. Okay. It's trapped in a rollout. Well, Ironhead's good enough. Aaron Onyx, huh? Should we Rock Smash? He won't know Rock Smash. Yeah! His moveset is just ours, but worse, because he doesn't have the TM Rock Smash. Well, what did the hiker want? No, everyone wants to fight. We already granted everyone. We're probably going to have to come back here much later. And pick one of them to grind on. Because they'll be safe. I think that's kind of the weird thing about the rematches, is like... It ends up being like, what's the wild Pokemon of this area? And then you find whoever rematch will be about that level. Or like a little bit higher. Fish is up front. I need Cut to talk to the lady. Okay. Oh, there goes Floral. Oh my goodness. Huge power on top of getting rid of the taunt Trump would be amazing. Nice try. I don't even know what that was. We're kind of... Oh, I didn't mean to rematch. I guess we'll do it, though. Well, it was unimpressive the first time, so... Yeah. Well, he didn't English yet. Oh, jeez. Yeah, of course, we got the most annoying move possible. Don't do that. Oh, I should be fighting. Or I guess I don't know what his other half is. Oh, jeez. Okay. What is Leaflet? Probably. We don't have spec attack. I wish it would let you check your stats. Again, another Poke Roguism that's just getting me. There's so much good quality of life on Poke Rogue. I should stop comparing it, but it just gets in my head of like, every time I'm like, I wish I could reference this, or I wish there was something like this. I'm just spoiled. Spoiled by Poke Rogue. This guy is like the perfect example of a good rematch for us. Because we can just beat him up, no problem, every time. Cottonpeed! God, jeez. He tried to poison point us on his way out! Oh. Jeez. Okay. Oh, I thought we were really... Alright, we're gonna do this once. Okay. Oh, it's... I'm going too fast, I'm not appreciating all these. I think it's, kind of treating... He had the Porygon Slowpoke would be entertaining if you made it like Porygon Slowking. But I don't really... I kind of feel weird about trades. I don't know what his other Pokemon were. Yeah, no one in Friends needs to go. There's a real wicked normal ghost type in our future, I think, with that Happiny and like a Dusknoir. But I'm gonna have to like find wild Happinis and use Thief on them until I can steal that which I need. Let's just Birdseed. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Okay. It's Mama! They might know Thundershock, so I'm gonna switch to Sakai. Faster than me? Well, you're absolutely right. We're not here. What the? Sandians. It's Ekans Sandygast. That's a fun. You think we can get Sandygast? That would be great. Lotad, what is the other half? What? Well, that did it. Yeah. I think we're a little... I guess when we hit the gym, it'll suck. But for all these trainers, I guess that's the point of why all the trainers are under-leveled, is you're expected to rematch them a couple of times. Oh, you know something? Ah, oh, jeez. If I knew... when we lose this and go to run 3, instead of going for the Abra in the bushes, I can just spam the rock smashes and take a rock type. Which actually wouldn't be too terrible. Just purely as a... Oh! There is a Pokemon here. Well, here's our Route 25 catch. I don't want to waste a netball on this. Oh! Lotad. I'm scared of hitting it with anything, because all of my moves are like way overleveled for it. Oh, sweet. Cool. Lotad! I like the classic. You can't argue with the classic sometimes. The Upside Down. The Upside Down's funny, but I think you gotta go with the classic. This Pokemon lives in ponds with clean water. It is known to ferry small Pokemon across ponds by carrying them on the broad leaf on its head. Storm PC. No, I don't have anything for it. You're not a friend. Hold on, I'm gonna go fix that. That's interesting. That was a Route 25. I will note Route 25 is Lotad. We did. Oh, I was in the point where I was like, I need to add a new row. Search row below. Lotad. 75. It's fine. We've got a good amount of friends. They don't belong there. They're not our friend. There's not... I guess CPS Swift Swim or... Swift Swim is the more gassy side. No, I feel too nice. I feel like I've been too hard on some of these Pokemon. I'll leave you. Having Swift Swim gives you potential if you set yourself up with Rain Dance is basically agility, and then having a strong water type to do stuff. Hey, funny question. What is Ludicolo? Ludicolo. What do we combine them with? Gardevoir. That's pretty memeing, right? Water Fairy! Water Fairy is decent, isn't it? Yeah, it's alright. We give him Rain Dance. We set up our rain. And then we're like... Ludicolo's like a pretty solid like UU tier sweeper. Just because it has weird moves. I think making it Water Fairy and then giving it better typing of Water Fairy over Water Grass, and then access to strong Fairy type moves. Yeah, that's fun. Oh, I guess we don't really have good water type moves, huh? That's whatever. I guess it's just Scald, right? Rain Dance, Moonblast, we're Scald. Moonblast. Scald. Is this a post game? I have no idea where the Ember Spa is. I don't know where it would be. I don't know where it is. That's bad. Just give it Surf is okay though. I mean, it's basically, yeah. I thought Surf was 95. I guess it's just 90 then. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the other option was just... Excuse me. The other option was just Revelation Dance from Oricorio. What was that again? Or is like a back page, right? That's alright. Neither of them were inspiring. And then here is Oreo. Does it matter? I'll just throw in the electric because electric grass is a unique typing. No, it's got, there's the, no one thought of this, huh? Okay. Electric doesn't need a good move, water doesn't need a good move. Huh. I thought Pom Pom would be the gas, but I don't think any of the others are interesting. RMS maybe Bye. There you go. There's Firegrass. That's not terrible. Firegrass isn't bad. I guess it sucks because we're depending on Rain Dish to do that. Yeah, I don't think Ludicolo is gonna have a nice fusion there. Nothing I think we have extant is good for Ludicolo. Excuse me while I ban this person. Ban. Ha banned! We gotta keep the keep the chat well monitored. Can't let chat get out of control. Okay. Oh, I guess Charizard, Ludicolo, but that's gonna have the same problems. I'm actually not gonna look. Because the gas there is just having water type with Rain Dance doubling up as, because Rain Dance in that situation basically doubles up as calm or as a special version of Dragon Dance, boosting both speed and water moves by 1.5. So you just Rain Dance and then go sweep with a water type move. And then whatever coverage you want that would give it decent typing. Like it gets Ice Beam. It's pretty decent. It's got a good... It's real lacking is Water Grass isn't a phenomenal typing. Right, let me look at the... And it's pretty mid in type. No, it's a good type. Water Grass. I think it just needs more stats. I'll keep it in mind. Because I have Infinite Fusion. I keep talking about... or not Infinite Fusion, but Poke Rogue. I keep talking about Poke Rogue, but like... Poke Rogue, when I did a run with Ludicolo, it made me really appreciate that. Or like, I think I did like an Arbitrary Rain run. Maybe it was for when I was doing the Water type only challenge. Remoraid, Trubbish. Fight him. He's gone. We don't need it. Driftsel. Oh, okay. I always have a big bout of fear when I see Aftermath come up, but then I'm like, oh, he has no HP. Yeah, 25 is the cap. So I'm gonna give it to Fluff. Put Fluff on lead. God, I forget. Intimidate's a really good ability, because it just makes me feel so confident switching into physical attackers. And I'm like, well, I guess Gyarados' problem is not fantastic move pool, not fantastic typing. Because, like, what, it learns, like, Aqua Tail, and that needs accuracy. So your other reasonable option is Waterfall. The improvement that's at least 24 for my Bulbtata. No. Rematch, and then you want the Pokemon Collector. Okay. Rocktaw. That one... Oh, he did. Well, that's a Pokemon. Oh, don't like that. He's biting on us? What if we bide right back? I think our reasonable options here are Fish. Just because Fish can tank it. I guess we hit him for next to nothing, so we can just bide. Oh! Turn it around on him. I will switch it up into Sakai, because I think grass is neutral. Oh, but it'll be a special attacker. I don't like boosted. What is it again? This is Lily Badoo. Is really just gonna be rock grass. I'm scared for Sakai. But... Oh, jeez! He's double boosted. Don't boost yourself again. Okay. I had a moment there. Right here. Audix for any Pokemon at least level 17. I don't really like these trades. It just doesn't sit right. It's not quite there. Yeah, I just keep thinking about Ludicolo, and I'm like, what? I guess you could fuse him with another water type that has a better stats or something, just to get better Ludicolo stats, or Ludicolo with better stats than Ludicolo could have, because it is pretty decent. I don't want to turn it into... Aww. The Squirtle Shades! I won't. But I can. Now I can give someone Shades. That's great. Let's give it to Fish. Yeah! Oh, they just barely don't fit. But it's still pretty... It's really close. Yeah, it's really close. That's fun. Yeah. We crossed over zones, right? 25, 20 into Cerulean Cape. So if we had like a fishing rod, we could do fishing. I don't know where the nearest fishery is, though. Experiment, whatever. I will now test the effects of using DNA splicers on a human by using it on myself and this right arm. Experiment starting in 3, 2, 1. That's no good. No good at all. I don't know why I'm giving Bill this voice. Huh? What? You didn't see that, did you? Okay, I'll admit it. I was conducting research on Pokemon Fusion, but I might have screwed up. I wanted to see what would happen if you combined the DNA of a Pokemon with a human. But now these claws are much too big, and I can't operate the cell-separating system to turn myself back into a human. Hey, what's with that skeptical look? I'm not joshing you, I really need your help. So how about it? Help me here. When I'm in the teleporter, go to my PC and run the cell separation system. There you go, Bill. Yeah, thanks, bud. I owe you one. Did you come to see my Pokemon collection? You didn't? That's a bummer. I've got to thank you. Oh, here, maybe this'll do. Passengers are all trainers. They invited me to their party, but I can't stand fancy dues. Why don't you go instead of me? What's up here again? A Pikachu onesie. Pikachu hood. Let me check. I'm gonna change my clothes back to my normal pajamas. There we go. Now I can be comfortable. It's just called Pokemon Storage. It's not even Bill's PCs. Oi! That had better be a like post-game thing. Where he gives us something. Some kind of computer mon. Well, I can't fish, but I got my SSN ticket. So I guess we're done here. Okay. Oh! No! Grass doesn't help us at all. I had to think for a sec. Yeah, grass doesn't help, so I'm mad about that. Giving me an Abra with no decent way to catch it. Sir, let's do some thinkies now. Okay. So we're fighting ice types. Let me peer over to... That's the type calculator. Here we go. What does Aaron Stuffle? I think that has a decent chance for us. We don't want normal rock. God, if Aaron's typing wasn't so bad. God. Is this just not the time? I feel like... Gyarados? That's nice. I like that. I like this one better. Oh, but it's much worse. And Steel Flying is just neutral against that. It's interesting, but I don't think you do it. What about Gyarados Stuffle? I feel like this is at least okay. To the point where, like... Oh god, of course the normal flying half is better. God. How much better? Pretty better. That's pretty better. I guess getting Stab. You take Intimidate and then... You just get Stab on Rock Smash. It's pretty strong. Yeah, I guess just being pretty strong with Rock Smash is a good choice. Might just do that. That feels like a strong entrance into the gym. I will. I said I wouldn't earlier, but I want to see what Charmeleon Lombre looks like. Charmeleon. Because everyone's going to be... It's just going to be Ludicolo's all over. Are either of these okay? Oh, they're pretty alright. Water, fire. That's a weird typing. I don't think you keep it, but... What? You have to be Lotad to learn Energy Ball? What? Not right. 36. Yeah, and then you turn into Lombre. What? You can't be serious. And then you turn into Lombre. Come on. That's right. And then what? Learn Energy Ball. You don't learn Energy Ball. Oh my goodness. What is your learn set so bad? You're not even Ludicolo who just learns it. It's Mirror B. What's the I? Self-fusions gain more experience by a mild margin. Energy Ball Jeez. It's Energy Ball, it's TM. Let's learn it. Route 18. I don't know how far away we are from that. Yeah, that's a shame. Do you learn Giga Drain anywhere? I feel like... No. You have to level up for Giga Drain, huh? Nope, you can just learn it Egg Move. Great. I guess you just don't evolve Lotad forever. That kind of takes the wind out of my sails. Because I thought that would be a decent... Like, this feels like a decent fusion. It can't be just Lombre loses all its learn set. Hold on. Normally I use Bulbapedia, but I think this is... I use Bulbapedia a lot just because I like the not useful information. Right? Yeah. You're giving Charizard a useful ability in Swift Swim. And a decent moveset from it, too. Ice Beam on top of whatever you're like Flamethrower, Ice Beam, Rain Dance. Oh, but you don't want to do Flamethrower because you're all dependent on... Jeez! So you're all dependent on Rain Dance. Sheesh! There's that Gen 5 move, right? Yeah, he's got Learn Set. What do you mean? What is this from? Time Shine Sword Shield BDSP? What is because this can't be right. You can't just lock off all of the Learn Set on a Lombre, right? You wouldn't. I guess you don't want Giga Drain, you want Energy Ball for what you're doing, because you're not beefy, you don't care about the drain. And we don't learn Rain Dance till, like, what? Lombre learns it, or Lotad learns it. You don't even learn it at all! What is with this? As you definitely have this TM, right? Yeah. Brine Road. This is irritating me. There's a bunch of places I don't know. Okay. I am gonna do that. I like the idea of the water fire type. Have fusions? Okay. I'm gonna do that, and then the other one was Fish and Fluff just for the typing. Right, and then that gets us to 5, and I think they have a useful item for us. Didn't someone give us a bunch of fusers? Stingy. I'm being stingy, but it's my stuff to be stingy with. I'll be stingy with it. Oh hey, I always forget to change the game capture back on. That messes me up. Okay, I bought two fusers. I think we toss Sakai on the bench, and realistically, this is the fire grass, right? No, it's water fire. Okay. The water fire is the one we want. Its spec attack is minorly worse, but everything else is better, so I think that's good. We're willing to sacrifice. That's not right, but I think he'll get a form once he evolves. Without pity, its sharp claws destroy foes. It is known to ferry small Pokemon across ponds by carrying them on the leash. Don't listen to that one. Boost speed and range just feels fun, and the neutral nature. Fine, new sets. No growl. We're a special attacker now, so we can get rid of Rock Smash just for absorb. I don't want to do that. I don't care about Natural Gift. Okay. I'm not gonna mess with his hat either because I know it's like a temporary thing. Didn't you have a Hearthstone? Maybe not. Maybe not. I am gonna take the amulet coin for safety though. I like this sprite too, even if it's a slightly worse Pokemon. Alright, now we have two Pokemon with bad movesets. The way it protects itself by flailing its arms may be an adorable sight, but stay well away. The energy from evolution stimulated its brain cells strongly, causing it to become very ferocious. Oh my goodness. Fluffish. We're gonna call it Fluffish. Intimidate. Oh my goodness. Tackle over Flail. Rock Smash over Bide. Bite. I think we have speed now, so we might do Bite over Payback. Not learning frustration. Rename. Fluffish. Cool. And then Char can become there's like a name for when like you wrap the food in a leaf to barbecue it, right? What is it called though? Food and cooking. Yeah, I know it's a thing that's done. Google! Doesn't have a name? Name. What's it called? I know you do it. No one's got a name. I'll just call him Brisket, because I think it's similar. Or at least it came up in the Google. I'm not gonna mess with the hat. Yeah, your hat's fine. Oh no, actually, hold on. I'll go back. I'll go back. I'll go back. I'm not gonna toss, or I guess I'll toss Love in. Okay, just as a backup, we're gonna grind Brisket. Birdseed plus Love? Gives him more moves. Water Flying's not a terrible type. We have too many water types. I don't want to do that. I'll just hold back on him. Yeah, Fluffish and Brisket. Oh yeah, hold on. The hat is nice. Oh, the Pikachu's pretty good too. Pika! Hold on. Yeah! Yeah! That's right. That's how that's done. Okay. I think I am gonna evolve it, because I don't believe... I choose to believe that it's a lie. the other thing. I guess we don't know if there's any traps. We're pretty over leveled anyway. We're pretty safe here. Syrie. We are weak to electric. No, yes, we are. We're also ridiculously over leveled. Oh, jeez. That's how this is gonna be, huh? We have Fire Pledge and a bunch of not good moves. Yeah! Fluffish. I don't think we keep Fluffish, but it's fun. Just because we can give him the hard stone. Yeah, because I assume they have. Yeah, they're still slightly leaning towards attack. Who did you have? You had the... I'll heal, and then I think I can do it. Just because I'm like level 20 and you're not. You had a Halucha, Rattata, and what was the other half? I feel... we got a chance. I'll give it a try. I don't think I'll lose to this. Yeah, Driftfoot Rattata. Okay, no Aftermath, which is annoying. Ooh. We have to switch out after this. Yeah, this isn't one we can grind, huh? Switch into Geisha, because I think they'll hit us with a type move. Ooh, Bite's just neutral. Give us a Draining Kiss. Yeah! You thought I would switch, but you were wrong! Okay, 25 is the cap. Annoyingly. I don't want to run all the way back to Peter. Just to grind. I think I'm okay leaving Fluffish at 24. They'll get to 25 through the gym. I think this is a really good temporary fusion. I'll probably get rid of it later. I love that sprite. That's great. I'll probably get rid of it later, but Gearful is a fun one. Brisket, I think, has some good chance. I don't think anyone else has any gas right now. I think Ferroseed is basically a backup for Sakai. Because Sakai is kind of... I guess Sakai is kind of a long-term plan, but Ferroseed even... Like, I think I would want Ferrothorn. I wouldn't mess with Ferroseed. So he's kind of a backup for if something goes wrong with Sakai. You're kind of a long-term plan where I want to slap you with a ghost type and have a ridiculous tank. Because I'm pretty sure there's a really high chance. It's like Spiritomb or Duskull in this one location. You are a long-term plan because I want to see if I can change your sex by a fusion. Maybe not. Because they don't seem to have one. I guess if they're... Bird C should have a sex. I don't know why Bird C doesn't have one. That's weird. Fluffish I thought was because they fused male-female. Or maybe that's what happened in the past and that's why it's not keep track anymore. I don't know. I kind of want to see if I can do something like that to Snorunt through fusion so that I can get a Frostlass. And if it's Glalie, I'm just immediately tossing it in Not Friends. So I don't really feel comfortable grinding against Rattata, man. I think we kind of just suck right now because we don't have the Lombre form. We can, unlike the others though, we can just grind here. I'm not scared of Pursuit. Jeez. Yeah, I think we can get to level 21 like this, and then from there it'll be easier. Just gotta level up. And I don't want to mess with the hat, because it's a... understandably, it's a weird middle fusion that doesn't have... Or middle Evo that doesn't have anything. I don't think anyone else had. I guess I could have given a different sprite, default sprite to some of the mons. But I think we're pretty good right now. Yeah, Brisket's just trying to level up. Go forward. It's Wimpod. I love Wimpod. That would have been an S tier cat, just because I like Wimpod. Oh! I don't think you put Wimpod on it, but... Wimpod Agront. Hold on, I gotta see that. Oh, I turned off the layout. There we go. Okay, hold on. Golisopod. It's alright. I was hoping for more. Oh, there's other drawings. Let's see. Oh, it's not quite there. I do like, this Golisopod Ogron, the bug rock is growing on me, and it's the better one. That's fun. Do you do emergency exit or sturdy there? I think you just do sturdy for the funds. Steel water's a decent type. Bug rock is decent too. That's pretty fun though. I like Golisopod. Is there anywhere else? Can we find... Tell me. More... Tell me. Tell me! Where is he? Team Rocket HQ on a quest. Route 4, 6, 13. A bunch of places. There's still hope. There's still hope. Turn back on the game capture. I don't want scary face. I'll get Bubble Beam. Alright, Brisket. Now you get to have a cool sprite. Yeah! Without pity, its sharp claws destroy foes. It feeds on aquatic moss that grows on rocks in the riverbed. There are two different ideas. Okay. Yeah, that's fun. Oh, the hat does not work anymore. Okay. No, you can't put that hat on. No. That hat doesn't work. Yeah, you put the mushroom. It's not doing it. Can I put little Pikachu? He's huddling on the edge of the leaf! I like that. Let's see if there's anything better. Give him the shades. His eyes are too far apart, the shades won't work. Yeah. Yeah, I think the little huddling Pikachu is best. Yeah. Geisha I don't have anything for. I'm okay with this. Alright, I'm feeling it. Let's get him up to our good, by the way, it will be, yeah, now it's special favorite. It's pretty mixed, but yeah. I bet I could relearn Mega Drain. Put your money on Mega Drain being relearnable. Yes. Legitimate surprise. Okay. Fluffish doesn't need anything, Geisha doesn't need anything. Like, I could teach a Confusion or something, but it's just gonna learn... It's just gonna learn something better anyway, soon. I don't think anyone else matters. Alright. I think our next gym is gonna... Our next big gym is gonna be ground type. So I can do something like Ludicolo plus one of the flyers or something. And get a water flyer against the ground types. And then just have a backup for if they do electricity. Yeah. That's a cool looking fusion. I like that. I gave you the amulet. No. Yep, rock tomb. You're not normal type anymore, you don't need tackle. Your default should be rock smash. And then you... What are you, water fire? Yeah. Yeah. So then... Yeah. I don't know where I'm going with this. Cool. Oh no, a rock-type Pokemon! Geodude. Level 9 can't kill me. They had Rock Head anyway. Let's go! Gas. Bubble Beam. I really do want to push it and get to Misty tonight, but I also... Mareep would have been a really good catch. Maybe I did just unluck out with that with the Abra that I didn't catch. As a water fire, what are we weak to? Let me check. In the calculator. Ground rock electric. Okay. Some of those Mons we're good into as well, which feels bad. What did you have? We'll find out. Happy Sea. Not weak to water. Absorb. Yeah. You can just absorb brute force through this. Well, this is a fight. Alright, no being confused. Good. Clef Jr. Try Fire Pledge? Okay. Oh jeez. Bubble Beam just hits harder even though it's not super effective. What? How does that... Oh, it's raining! Let's Pokemon. I just have to... Yeah. It only has counters, so we're pretty safe. Does the Munchlax part just not have anything for us? Yeah, we just have to hit it weakly. So that Inner's Out doesn't just completely wreck us with all its HP. Yeah, we can grind on that lady. We do have the awkward situation of needing Bubble Beam. Because... just being in the rain makes it a lot better. I don't think we get Mega Drain. Okay. Yeah, it's because the rain made Fire Pledge weaker. Oh. Yeah, there we go. Oh. Yeah, we got better. Okay. And then we'll just absorb back to full health. Because they can't do anything to us. Spikes is annoying. We don't... I guess we still have our flyer. Yeah, we just hit him with absorb so we don't take hardly any damage. There you go. This is pretty safe to grind on. Just to hit 25. Probably just on Brisket. Because I think we'll send Fluffish up front. Yeah, Fluffish can lead. I'll give them the Amulet Coin. Because they will stab. I guess Rock Tomb... Even Rock Tomb stab makes it a lot better. But I like the money more, so that's what we do. Yeah, I could do some thinking. I don't think fusing Aggron with Ferrothorn is the play. because it doesn't really change anything about either of them. Ferrothorn still has the problem of having the Ferrothorn moveset. Okay, I maybe shouldn't have risked that. I think being confused is a big deal there. Yeah. Okay. This is probably the last time we need to try this anyway. Because I can just brute force the last level against something else. Now that I'm not feeling as safe. Because that was a bit of a risk. Like if I'd confused and hit myself, he would have bubble beamed and finished me off. There we go. Did he not have innards out that time? He just decided he didn't want innards out. Huh. Yeah, I wish we had like Mega Drain or something, but we don't. This isn't gonna help anyone. We could teach Hidden Power and go for the gold, but I don't know what it would be. And I really don't like brute forcing to find it out. Because usually, it is very rare that Hidden Power is good, right? It's like I just don't feel like it's worth the effort. I guess it could be grass, which would be really nice, but I still just don't wanna. Maybe what we'll do, we'll give you a Heartstone, give you the Amulet Coin. And I'm like 99% sure that they're an ice type gym. I feel confident about that. They're not water, they're ice. If I'm wrong, we do have backup plans, but like water. No, she doesn't. First up, let's do it. Okay. Show me that ice. Yeah! You can't fool me. Yeah. Brisket's doing the gas. I don't think that one's correct. Switch them around real quick. I don't know why I saved there. Or an ice type training. Oh, I should have checked to see if I could have fixed the... Oop. Yeah, just getting rock smashed there will do it. Eerie Glazing. Oh, I'm surprised. That was a hard hitting frustration. Sheesh. Okay. Yeah. I kind of want Fluffish. To Biscuit. I guess Geisha with Draining Kish can just takes on all comers. So we have Fluffish, Brisket. In this order, Fluffish, Brisket, Geisha. Or I could start... I feel like switching into Fluffish is better, so we'll start with Brisket. This is me paranoidally healing. I feel more confident leading with Brisket. Okay. Enter. Oh, only two. Okay. Yeah, I think leading with Brisket, because it's harder, it's easier to switch from Brisket to... Fire Pledge. Get out of here. Ooh, I got hailed. Oh, the sprite's wrong. We're not scared of water type. Smut slap him. Okay. Yeah, he's going for the long play. The little is... Oh! How did Mudslap miss? Mudslap has perfect accuracy, I think. Yeah. Oh, does he have Snow Veil or something weird? Yeah, because it's that. Same with Rock Tomb. I'm more confident in Rock Tomb taking him out. Oh, come on! Oh! 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 Finish him! No! I'm gonna have to switch into Brisket. This might just be the loss here. Okay. Hit him with another Mud Slap. No! Brisket's gone. And we're probably just dead from the burn here. Yeah, that wasn't a crit, so we were just dead. I think that's just run end, right? We lost, we blacked out. That was some real... Oh, they used Will-O-Wisp after... How did the... How did the Mud Slap... How did Mud Slap miss? Oh, they had Snow Veil. Jeez. God, and getting the burn off even when they had the accuracy down is rough. Oh. Okay. So I'm not sure if I want to do a restart because of that. Like, this run 2 is over, we're starting run 3, or if I want to keep going with this run because I still have Pokemon left. Pidgeotto can't do it. Geisha could maybe do something. If they're... I could check what their hidden power is. Sakai also. I guess even it doesn't really matter there, huh? What was the sprite supposed to be, by the way? Here's one I'm pretty sure is wrong. Okay, someone released that. Okay. It was Lapras something, right? I really wish there was a search function. I'm gonna see. I want to see what the sprite was before I quit. Or I'm probably not gonna end the stream an hour in. It's just a question of where do we go from here. Yeah. Really? Oh, maybe my sprites just didn't update properly. Because that is a custom sprite. It's supposed to be a custom sprite. What even? It's probably just water ice. Ferroseed. If I just did Ferroseed and Sakai or something, that might just do it. But I'm still kind of mixed on whether or not that counts as a run end or not. I feel pretty dirty continuing it, is how I feel. Pretty rough. Also, I didn't mention this yet. But God, Geisha. I'm so sad. I would have liked to see Geisha work out. Was my plan okay? I think we just got hit by bad RNG. Cause like missing the second mud slap was death. Was just so bad. And then the mud slaps didn't end up causing them to miss anything, which was key. Because we were rolling similar odds. You floored the first guy. I don't know. Maybe just using Ferroseed was the answer. And like combine it with Sakai just to give it Iron Head and something that's a typing that's not afraid of water. I don't know. I do feel cheap continuing the run with non-dead Pokemon. I liked this run, but I think I should have just accepted the loss. I will note this was with Ombre. Yeah, Fluffish. I think it was too greedy to go in a level under. That also might have just been the end of it. Because that also, just even that little one level might have just cinched it. Because that was really close. Maybe also I should have been going for the Rock Smash over the Rock Tomb. Just because the defense lowering would have been a bigger deal than the speed lowering. I think we should have gone in with like Ferroseed, Sakai. That would have been the play. Or even if we had not lost Venipede much earlier in the run, we could have gotten Rollout on Ferroseed, which would have been interesting. I don't know if I would have thought of that though. Yeah. This wasn't the gas, huh? Or I guess... I don't know what you do there. That gives us something. Yep, we fought Misty, and we had a loss with Brisket here and Fluffish. It was very close. Sorry, wrong screen. I updated the spreadsheet. Yeah, we had Brisket, which I fused today with the Lotad we caught, and I fused Fluffle and Gyarados into Fluffish. We had a really close fight. I don't even remember what her first Mon was. It just used Hail and then died, because Brisket just used Fire Pudge twice. Then her other fusion was Lapras, Frostlass, which we just didn't have the gas to get through by a very narrow margin. Because she did there was like three things working against us there. There was she had a berry, and she super potioned, and she had Snow Veil up, so we ended up missing one of our key attacks. We did Mud Slap round 1, and then Mud Slap round 2, but the round 2 Mud Slap missed, and then the one level of accuracy debuff wasn't enough to make them miss things on us. And then they also had Will-O-Wisp, which really screwed over Fluffish. Because, like, the physical attacker without, with the halved physical attack just didn't have enough punch to get through. So what I'm talking about is whether I wanted to continue with the extant mons or do a reset and start from the beginning for a third time. Because, like, I could just use Ferroseed with Sakai, and I think those two, just Iron Head on Ferroseed with that typing, will get through Misty pretty easily. The real question is whether it feels cheaper not to do that or I should restart, which I think I'm kind of leaning towards restart, even though I think it's possible to get through and I'm feeling bad about it. I think I should just take the L. Which means I have to make new spreadsheet. Which I'll do in another tab. I think it's easier to copy spreadsheet 1 than it is to copy spreadsheet 2. File. Make a copy. No! So yeah, I think that the Misty fight, I think we had an okay plan going into it, especially considering I didn't know what she had. And like I think part of what really did me in was just me being lazy and not leveling up Fish to 25, because it really was just that narrow. But just a little extra oomph might have made the day. I also could have. I guess I didn't really want to trade in Ferroseed from scratch. Yeah, Geisha wasn't the play here, and I didn't do Sakai because I didn't have a fusion for Sakai. Like, I could do Ferroseed Sakai, but I just was talking about how, like, I don't think that really fixes either of their problems. And I would have had to, it would have had to been a Steel Grass fusion too, because otherwise it was just not. But yeah, that's title screen. Let's go for run 3. Let me sec. Oh yeah, I haven't shown off the home screen before, but it does just take 2 random Pokemon and fuse them, which is always fun. Raw catches. Sorry, I'm looking at the other tab. Oh, yeah, there's some memes in there. Oh, and a sprite that didn't load properly. What is with this today? Some of my sprites aren't being happy with me. Expensive fusions. It's 300 Poké Dollars per fusion. So especially on like Gym 1, you have to be very, very hesitant. The real cost is just you don't retain all of the levels and experience from fusing. So like if I fused Sakai was like level 24 and the Pharaoh Seed was like level 8, if I fused them together, I probably would have gotten like a level 10 or 14. Which means I would have to train I would still have to train it basically from level 8 up there, which took me a whole stream last week. Basically, to go from nothing to max. What is going on with the sprites this week? So, I don't know, it's not in settings. So you can, I think at second gym, I was definitely at the point where I could have just been like, I should make a fusion specifically to deal with this gym, which is actually kind of what I did with the Gyarados Stuffle fusion. I was like, I want to use Gyarados, but Water Flying isn't the ideal type, so I'll mix it with Stuffle, so Stuffle can have a stab rock smash. But then I ended up using Rock Tomb with a Hard Rock because that had more power. But I think I should have been using Rock Smash just because the defense lowering was a bigger deal on a mon that beefy. I don't actually know. What was... It was... Let me pull over the decks. Partially just to show you what the sprite would have been. Because for some reason my thing's bugging out this week. Lapras... Ross, Lass. Oh, that's nice. What the heck? I don't know what was going on with what's going on with my stuff today. For some reason, it isn't like loading the sprites. I think it was Ice Water then. And not Water Ghost. Yeah. We just got Will-O-Wisped, and then you couldn't do much about that. I should have been Rock Smashing to get the defense lowered continuously. But I guess even that was RNG, because it also has... Oh, Shell Armor's immune to crits. I was thinking of something else. Yeah, I think he had Snow Cloak, because I had a Mud Slap miss on me. And that was also a big deal. I think I think I'm also making it harder on myself because I am playing on hard mode. And generally for hard mode you're supposed to know what's coming. I don't think this is one of the super difficult, like you need to be using a really good team and you kind of like a competitive match, you expect to trade back and forth. I think I'm just playing on the hard difficulty, which makes it rough. I don't think either of my mons in that matchup were dead weight. Because going into it pseudo blind, I think the water fire was a good option. They did well. And then also the water fighting I think was also a good option. I didn't tailor it to like knowing that Lapras knows Will-O-Wisp, so I should have had Pharaoh Seed something else that really would have been hard for them to deal with, but yeah. I think I have done a Nuzlocke of this game on hard before, successfully. Oh, no, in gym battles, there's a special rule in this. For gym battles, you only use the same amount of Pokemon as the gym leader. So I only had those two. It's like I couldn't just have Geisha come in and clean up the last little bit, because Geisha would have come in with outsped them and finished them off, no prob. But yeah, I only had the 2 because they only give you the 2. You have to pick. All right, but I'm going back. I'm going back to game capture. We're doing it 3rd time. Remix. Play remix. James. I think this is just what we did. Hard. Yeah, regular starters. No, I don't need autosave. I saved neurotically. It's loading for a sec because I hit control. Gonna call him Orange again. Alright. First off. Oh. Draw. Taking that potion even though I can't use it. That's the other thing, is that maybe... I don't remember if I did no items or not when I did my last Nuzlocke of this game. There's a lot of... When you do a lot of no item runs, you do end up just sacrificing Pokemon and just having, like, a spare that's like, I have to sacrifice this to get a good switch in against this gym leader. So maybe I should turn the no items clause off for this next run. Six is water type. That's not you. Maybe that's... maybe I should do that. Just turn off the items clause now, and I'm allowed to use items. But that kind of feels cheap, right? Well, I guess if I'm on hard mode and the opposing trainers are actually using items, it feels more fair. And being smart about it. I think that's what I'll do for this next run, is I'm turning my limited items clause off now. Yeah, it's Bert. Alright. Boost that up. Hold on. Oh, I wasn't ready. I don't know if we're sped up or not. This is throwing me off. Okay. Okay, that might... Missing a wrap might do it for us. Sheesh. There we go. Okay. Beat Orange. Do chore. Yep. No. Okay. I'll keep the hat off. Let me check that my options are right. Yeah, I'll have a look next week. I don't know if I mentioned it. I forget if I mentioned yet, but next week I am going to be not streaming next week, but I should be back the week after. Getting rid of file seat. That was an L. Goodbye. Give me the Gary Oak haircut. Yeah. Let's get Mom to give us her clothes. There we go. I think we already have the normal clothes. Wait. She also gives us a haircut? Okay. Keep the Gary Oak. Squirtle gift. Noting the Squirtle catch. Yeah, I think maybe I'll just do, with the items restriction, maybe I'll do just, like, gym battles or something like that. That feels like a better compromise of, like, just gym and rival battles. I'm allowed to use items, so I still have to be careful on other ones. There's our free Pidgey hat. Nope. Yeah, I think that's a good compromise, because now, next time, I think we have a better chance. Because I think it definitely feels a lot more fair, right? Because part of why I lost that fight was Missy using the super potion. And I feel like at this point, like, we're on run 3 now. I feel like I can't go to run 4, right? Feels wrong. You're the update. I thought you were the update guy. Never mind. I'm glad that people have a thing over their head if they're useful now. DNA splicers. This guy gives you something. There we go. I thought the orange berry was blue. It was the little blue one. Not the weird orange one. Alright. I don't... Yeah. I think we have to beat Pewter City to be able to access the little hidden glen. I love you, Shinx. I hope I get you. Jeez, Bird is gaining levels like no one's business. I'm just used to it takes 10 battles to get even a smidgen of a level. Okay, here we go. Pokedex. Alright. Now we go. Catch Route 1, catch 1. Give me the Shinx! Oh! Oh, it's even better! No! Don't do this to me. Don't make me... No! I'm scared. One tackle won't kill it. Okay. No! Okay. Second tackle? Don't crit. Okay. This is very stressful. Yes! That's gas. A flash tiny robin Pokemon. Its ears crackle with electricity before it dives to peck at its foe. The sparkles make it easy to spot at night, even when ambushing. Hold off. Let me note that. I'm glad I get the Shinx again. I guess it's just Fletchling. One. Half the reason I'm doing the spreadsheet, by the way, is in case I miss a catch, just to remember. Because, earlier this stream, before you got here, I had an encounter with an Abra that I failed to catch. Because it's Abra. I think in universe they said something like that, or it's like also and now fusions are just appearing in the wild. Something weird like that. Oh, I can. How bad is Flying Electric as a type? I think Flying Electric's pretty good. Electric, Flying. Weak to Rock and Ice. I might just keep it for now. It's not perfect. I guess it doesn't really matter. It's easier to grind that. I think maybe part of the idea is like some of the users are getting just in the wild. What does Smear do? It's just gonna be Growl. I'm switching to Bird. I do have to buy a bunch of Pokeballs now. Because I just wasted a lot on that catch. Fun. Let's get them to 6 before I actually have them fight people. Yeah, it looks like losing normal type actually kind of sucks early because we just don't have that early stab to make tackle decent. That's good enough when you out-level him, though. What does he have again? It's a rival. I'll swap into Bird. Okay. I think rival has a Dratini and then like 1 or 2 others. I'll see if something better comes up, because I'm a little lazy. Give me that love disc. What do you have? You have heal balls, which are a waste of time. Give me my 10 Pokeballs. And the free Premier Ball. Okay. Let's... leave fletching at 6. Love this guy. The gift love disc is weird. It doesn't save my... I like the normal... That reminds me, I don't really like that Squirtle sprite. Yeah, I like the basic one. I'm not a liar. Okay. Let's gather our team before... One of you knew something, didn't they? Didn't they? Is there a trainer battle down here? Yeah, you have to do that trainer battle before proceeding. Did you gain? Okay. The old man... Where did Grandpa go? He gives you something, doesn't he? Nope, drunk Grandpa doesn't give you anything. Okay. I don't actually want to go to Route 2 during nighttime. I kind of want to go for the daytime catch. Because I think there's a lot of good opportunities for... I wish summer... I was talking about this earlier, but there's so many quality of life changes that Poké-Rogue makes that just makes it so much easier to play when you're going at super fast speeds. Because you just miss little text things like... It doesn't change yet. Yeah, I'm in the middle of a battle. It doesn't change yet. So you miss little text things. So there's like a button you can hit that'll tell you like what are all the stat changes on your Pokemon and what's the current weather, or like is there additional statuses like someone is currently dug. Just having it written out at the press of a button is really nice. Sheesh, just gonna be annoying like that, aren't you? I might fuse Burt and Love Disc. But to an earlier question you had, like, how much does fusion cost? It costs 300 per fusion, right? So I can only fuse 3 times right now. Which means, also if I'm unfusing, like, it also costs, I have to pay 300 for the fuser to unfuse them. Which, like, but this early, I'm kind of fighting for money. So it's not something I can just do willy-nilly. I do have to have the plan. I think our Brock plan is just gonna be a double water type. Who else? I guess I don't need to go back. 7's fine. I'll heal and then try and get my catch to the next route. I want to get all my catches before Rival. Here's a wild fight. I don't think this guy rematches. He just gives you things, right? There we go. Ugh. That was a little greedy, but I knew we outspeeded with quick attack. Free Pokeball. Sweet. Now we heal. If I get a Sparrow, I don't remember if I do want to wait till daytime though, because I don't want nighttime catches. I really don't. I would prefer just the daytime. I think maybe I'll switch into Love Disc and have Love Disc deal with it. But like, look here. Like I have like Fletchings, so if I was like, oh, I want to have Shinx ready for the gym fight, then it takes 600 to fuse them, practically, because I have to unfuse them from Fletchings, and then I have to refuse them into whatever I actually want to fuse them on. And just when I have such a small team, it's rough. And a small amount of money. I don't love the Fletching spray, I'll change it. But last time, when I was going on super speed, it only took like a week to get back. Or just a single stream to get back to where... To the base of Mount Moon. It was like a 3-hour stream, but... I feel like I could keep going for an hour and at least get past Brock. Yeah, I guess we need to grind that. Alright, it's daytime. Let's get the daytime catches. Mime Jr. Alright. Don't let the bow. That's an interesting one. I can't think of what Mime Jr. Gonna write it down in the spreadsheet. I mean, it's good typing, just Psychic Fairy. Just for the meme, I might... What am I doing this for? There's the Phanpy I had last time. It would have been nice against Brock, but probably nowhere else. I think the other problem was in one of my earlier runs was I keep looking at like what this fusion gonna be like in the future instead of what the fusion's gonna be like now. Because I think once I hit like mid game, I can start thinking about the future. But we're not there yet, so we have to be more focused on the present. Fletchling is a recatch, so we get to have another go. Stuffle! No Ralts this time is a sad. I remember it taking a bunch. And we're in the awkward position again of Stuffle just has the worst learn set known to man. It does not learn. It learns like Brutal Swing eventually at like level 13 or something ridiculous. And it can't learn Rock Smash, so you have to fuse it with something that can learn Rock Smash. Maybe I could put it with Fletchinx or something. Just so it can learn Rock Smash. But I have to wait till after Brock to do that, and that's not useful. Yep. Soundproof is nice. I mean just like in the thinking long term of like once we hit like the mid game and it really opens up, you don't really want to be making a unique team for every single gym battle, right? You kind of want to have like a team that comes together and like have in mind like what are the challenges coming up that you're gonna have to deal with and like the Elite Four, but you kind of want to have like a rounded team that's like at level. So you don't have to just stop and rebuild your team every time there's a new gym. So like, an example of like the long-term thinking I was having last run was like, I was looking at Ralts and being like, what's a good fusion to put on that Ralts? That'll actually be like a good fusion. And not just like a temporary, because a lot of these early game fusions are just put a favorable type to fight the gym leader onto a Pokemon and then do that. Versus did I switch you? Versus long-term fusions are like looking at the most busted thing you can do with a Mon. So like a good long-term fusion would be like Azumarill and Slacking, because you can get rid of Traunt, because like Slacking's problem is it has a bad ability in Traunt but is otherwise really good, and Azumarill just has huge power, which if you put on Slacking is ridiculous. So like that's a good fusion because you're taking advantage of an ability it shouldn't have, or like fixing a problem an otherwise good Pokemon would have. That's a lot of the long-term thinking. But I think I need to be focusing more on the short-term thing of, like, until I beat Lieutenant Surge and get to, like, Lavender Town, I really need to be thinking about how do I beat this next gym leader. Because once it opens up and you get so many more catches at that point, like, once you get past Lavender Town, you get to the point where, like, you're mostly using fully evolved Pokemon, and you have enough variety that you can be thinking about what's the most broken thing I can do instead of what solves the immediate issue at hand. So I don't need to, like, sit down and, like, agonize. Oh, like, I don't need to sit down and, like, agonize over what's the best fusions I can do for this. I just need to be, like today, even, I was just very much, What's the best thing I can do with this group of Pokemon that would be good into the gym leader? Hey, Pikachu. Yeah, okay. I think you get both male and female. Both. Oh no, it didn't give me the female. I think you have to wait longer and the female will come. Because I got both of them last time. Maybe I'll just wait. It might be random. Doing the thinkies. Part of what the long-term thinking is like I could use this now and risk losing it, or I could kind of play it safe because I know it'll be useful later. Like with the like I could have run the I could have run Geisha into that fight, right? But I wanted to like or like Happini's a really good example of like maybe it could have been a useful fusion now, but I think it would have been a much useful fusion later, so I tucked it in the box instead of training it up for immediate use. Because there is some... This is just a Paris. I feel kind of mid about this Paris. Yeah, I feel like I should have just rolled the dice in the grass. Got 2. And then... part of it is also just thinking about the possibilities ahead of time. What I was saying. You need it's the compromise between like, do I stuff the Happini in the box because I think it'll be more useful later, or do I need to get use out of it now? It's like I chose to make Geisha and actually use it a lot, and it did help win Rival 3. But you could argue that like Gardevoir is a very strong Pokemon with some potential for fusion, both because it has strong typing and moves, but like a somewhat lackluster ability. So I could just save that Ralts for later, instead of getting use out of it now. Okay. Yeah, that's all our... This is all of our Mons for Brock. Let's take a closer look at what we're practically going to use for Brock, because I don't want to train all of these up fully. Right? Did I miss something? No. Okay, so... Could do Mime Jr. Love Disc. And then, like... Bird something? Not really bother with Fletchings. Or Bert and Mime Jr. What's the Mime Jr. Evo in Infinite Fusion? Normally I think it's Friendship, but it might be level 15 here. Mime. You gotta learn Mimic, which Mime Jr. gets at 15, so practically it's a 15 Evo. Yeah, That's alright. I might just use these two. And then... Oh, I could just do Dirt Paris, just because. I think those are probably my two best options. I am gonna get Vert and the other one up to 10. I'm suddenly also realizing that I've been wasting a lot of time grinding mons that don't matter. And I don't actually need to grind a Pokemon until I'm going to be using this in the immediate future. I guess that's not wholly true, because like one of the big problems of last run, or I guess I do need to have backups outside of the plan for the random trainer mons. It was like 13... 14 or... was it 13 or 14? For... I guess I should fuse mine. I love this Mime Cheat. Let me pull it up in the other tab. Here's Mimey. I just want to know which way around it is. Do we care? I guess Psychic Water is better for us. It's the better fusion. This is a temporary thing, so we don't super duper care about the long term. I'm mostly looking up that, by the way, just because I'm too lazy to do the math. Mime Disc. The Rendezvous Mime. Mime Disc makes the branches of Corsola their nests. Once mimicked, the foe cannot take its eyes off this Pokemon. Soundproof is better than Swift Swim, because we can't set up Swift Swim. I'll just give him neutral. Fusion. I don't want Barrier. I don't want Pound. I don't want Tickle. Yeah, I'll just leave it as Mime Disc. And then now I can just grind this up, because I know I need it. I guess I needed to grind partially because of Gary. Or Orange, because I didn't know what rival... That is true, I've forgotten to go back to the game capture once more. Chronic issue of this playthrough. Not switching to the game capture after I've done some looking at the fusions. Maybe what I should do is just capture this monitor. And then just pull up that. I might experiment with that at some point, if I remember. What are we doing? Yeah, there's a lot of annoying early moves like Growl that just happen to be sound-based moves. The soundproof is nice. I don't want to risk the crit. I also know a lot of other random, like, traps now. Like, I didn't know about the pursuit stuff in Mount Moon. So I know to be careful about that, so I'm not gonna lose Ghastly or something like that. That's not gonna happen again. Center it. I think this is an okay assortment of mons. Shinx is kind of... I'm always hype about Shinx, but it's not super good, is it? Because, like, there is just not a good physical electric type move. I guess you could combine him with someone that has, like, rock head or something weird. That would be... just find, like, a weird typing to give him rock head. It'd be an interesting I'm gonna do this fight, but then next, in between fights, I'm gonna remember to move the moves around. I know I should do this more often, of like just moving the moves around, but I usually just forget. Talonflame, can be really good. It's got kind of similar issues. One of the real busted thing with Talonflame is its ability, or its hidden ability, Gale Wings, which gives flying type moves priority. But naturally this doesn't have that hidden ability, which is what makes it really buster-root. Otherwise it's just a really strong Pokemon with a lot of speed and attack. But I think its problem is just questionable move pool, right? Because your options are like Flare Blitz and Brave Bird, both of which hurt you, which is not ideal as a glass cannon like that is not ideal in a Nuzlocke, because I don't want to be knocking out my own Pokemon. So you have to be really careful with recoil moves. So like, combining it with Shinx doesn't really fix its problem, because you're just swapping out Wild Charge for... Or you're just swapping out Flare Blitz for Wild Charge. I guess Flying Electric is a better typing, probably, than Flying Fire, because you're no longer quad weak to Stealth Rock. I think it's an okay fusion. Get Roosting Good Bulk, right? I don't think it's super bulky. It doesn't fix Talonflame's issues, but it helps. It doesn't necessarily fix Luxray's issues either, because Luxray's problems are just bad move pool. Which is why I was saying maybe Rock, because if you have Rock Head, suddenly Wild Charge isn't an issue, because you're not taking recoil. Or you could do... Yeah, no, Talonflame's pretty good. I definitely... You can... Talonflame would be really useful. But again, it's a question of what do you fuse it with to make it better. Maybe the answer is just something with Rockhead again. Because if you don't have Gale Wings, which is like... Gale Wings is super busted. But you don't... It's still a strong mon without Gale Wings. Because it is just fast and with a lot of attack. And then I guess... Yeah, Shinx just kind of has a similar... Yeah, as a fusion, I don't think they really solve each other's problems. But otherwise, yeah, Shinx is... or... Talonflame's a really good Pokemon even without Gale Wings. And Luxray is a decent Pokemon that has untapped potential. Which is why I'm kind of attached to the idea of, like, taking what's normally a cool but slightly suboptimal Pokemon and finding a good fusion for it. maybe Will-O-Wisp was what made it seem that way. For Luxray or for Talonflame. Because I guess Talonflame's big problem is just both of its moves it actually wants to use for damage hurt itself, and it's quadruple weak. It's quadruple weak to Stealth Rock. And like that coupled with damaging itself means you only get a few shots of the glass cannon, even if you do manage to blow through something. I think it is just... I don't think it's particularly bulky. I remember it being a glass cannon. But that might just be because common weakness to water, quad weak to rock. Its gas is really just being... It has like a ridiculous speed stat and a good... shots though. I'm going to use Stealth Rock. I think they are going to be using Stealth Rock, because I've already found a trainer who used spikes. Maybe not like all the time, but it is something I wouldn't be surprised to see. The kind of moves that normally the normal Pokemon AI wouldn't use. There's also just a lot of other issues, like you have to keep in mind the much wider move pools of 2 Pokemon. So someone could... I don't know why I didn't use Confusion there. So someone could just pull like a Rock-type coverage move out of nowhere. And again, part of the... For a Nuzlocke, you have to be really careful about the self-damaging moves. Because, like, you know, in a normal game, it's fine if the Pokemon faints, you just reset it. Even as, like, a trade of, like, yeah, I'll take myself down with this Flare Blitz, but I'll also take your Pokemon down. But that's not really much of an option here, because it means I spent a lot of time and effort making a good Pokemon, right? Just training it up to a level I could use in the Nuzlocke, just for it to not be useful at all, because it fainted itself. I guess I just kind of prize beefiness a lot higher in a Nuzlocke, because I can't really afford, or I've had bad experiences with things not being able to switch in and like take the hit, because like that was kind of not even just convenience, it's just like if you self-damage yourself into crit range, sometimes you'll lose to the crit. And also, like, I highly value, really highly value beefiness. Because, like, one of the other problems I had with that gym fight was, like, I had a hard time switching back in to... Once I switched into the Gyarados fusion, it's hard to switch back to the Water Fire. Because just... I didn't have a good... It didn't feel like a good option. Maybe I will steal that Rock Ruff this time also. That'll be nice. I just highly value the being a little, even just a little bit tanky. And the self-damaging is really negative, partially because, again, of the convenience. you are right. It is just because it is partially because self-damaging is annoying, but also because it's kind of risky. Because you put yourself in the threat range a lot more easily. Yeah, we're not too far into the stream still. Or I guess I still have, like... I might go to 1. So I got another 40 minutes to do Brock. I will put Mime Disc up front. But those are also kind of, again, just future problems, because it's not gonna learn Brave Bird or Flare Blitz until like level 30 something, which is pretty far away. So it's more, I have to look more, what? Any available setup moves like light screen? I think I've definitely, like, in Soul Silver Nuzlocke, I really like Meganium because they learn Reflect and Light Scream, which is nice because it makes it easier to switch out when you're, especially when I do the set thing, so instead of switch, so you do have to, like, take the hit. But it's pretty rare that you get someone who can set up screens that you want to use. Like, I guess I do have Mr. Mime here, so I could, in the future, do like a screen setup thing. But no. Because usually, with defensive setup kind of stuff, it's both the question of, are you going to get a Pokemon that has the defensive setup stuff, and is the defensive setup person better in this matchup than just doing something else? Anyways, here's Orange. Here's Rival 1. Or, I guess this is Rival 2. There. Double slap. No. Nice try. Nice try, super effective sound. I know Nightshade has a set amount of damage. Give him the free slicers and bye. We can meet Brock. Let's meet Brock. Ah, he bumped into me. I think we've been over this before, but yeah. There you go, bro. Give me the hat. I thought they gave you the hat. Give me the hat. Yeah! No, I like wearing the Pikachu. Cool. Part of what I'm talking about with the long-term planning is, like, really, once you hit mid-late game, you really don't need, like, you need 1 or 2 good answers to a gym leader, right? Like, you don't have to blitz through Sabrina with an entire 6-mon team dedicated to that. If you just have, like, a couple of good Pokemon that can deal with it. Like a Ghost or a Dark type or something like that. It feels a lot more valuable to have just something set up over long term than it is to just invent a new Pokemon every gym battle. Because it's a lot of time and investment into doing that. I think part of why I keep losing is I don't usually Nuzlocke with the no healing items thing. And I don't know if typically you do like a hard level cap with that. Like I have done this before without the healing restriction, which is why I'm kind of thinking. I think I'm gonna take it off for rival fights and gym leaders / Elite Four. Does anyone care about Fury Cutter? Paris actually might not be terrible with Stuffle. They're both just kind of slow. Your weakness is bad. You have no, Stuffle has no move set, but it has an okay typing and good stats. Your problem is you have the worst, just an awful typing, but you have good options like Spore and Fury Cutter, which are really more utility than anything else, but it's still just nice. Yeah, I'm kind of mad I didn't go into the grass, because the Joltik would have been fun. And like that also would have been like an option into Misty in the future. Yeah, I think I am gonna modify the rules now so that it's healing items only on gym leaders and rival fights. No, I should just grind after. You're the one that has bye. But I can two-shot you. Yeah, I lost. That's where I lost the one last time. Was just to having bide on that random mon. Oh, this is bad. Okay, good. He didn't punish. If he kept using Fury Cutter, that was a mistake. He would have been super effective into the water. I'm gonna switch to Burt, even though there's grass types here. I don't think many of them know grass type moves. Or like even the electric Joltik doesn't really know anything. I'm a little perplexed about the Pikachu situation, because I don't know why they didn't give me male and female like they did last time. Did I have to like sit there for longer or something weird? More specific rule, because otherwise the optimal stat weights towards any particular Pokemon. And that's just kind of a consequence of the set rule, is that you tend to favor Pokemon that can switch in and take a hit before doing whatever they're doing. So it does kind of disincentivize Pokemon like Fletchinder, which really are those like really nice class cannons that otherwise with like a good easy switch in, because you don't want to rely on a lost Pokemon, or even like in other runs where you don't have the Mon restriction, you can throw out sacrifices, which I've never personally done, but it is like an option. Oh, it learns Spark. Nice. No, I'm not gonna teach agility. That was a mistake, because it could have been a Paris. Maybe I will. I think was 13. Was it 13 or 14? I forget. The cap here. I'll just let it go and see if it earns any XP. How many tiny shrooms do I have already? That's annoying. I'm gonna have to run in circles getting tiny shrooms. It's still just poison. Come on! Okay, he did get XP. Oh, I should have definitely put... This is the Wimpod Minior. I should have put someone else up there. Oh, actually, I could just I bet this guy can rematch me. Oh, he wanted me to trade. Yeah, I don't want your Miniors. Give me the tiny shrooms. Yes! I need 3 of them. Pokemon. In particular, healings to heal and charge, which is here. So you... I don't know your thesis with this statement. I don't know where you're going with it. You don't like the idea of changing the healing rule because it incentivizes bulky Pokemon? Run? I'll beat her up just because. Ah, jeez. Okay. Yeah, 14 is the cap then. Limit on the heals. That's a better middle ground than what I was doing. I could just do... I think that's a better idea of what you suggested, having the limited heals. Of like... just maybe something like just 1 heal per battle with rival or other. Give me quest journal, man. Here we go. Yes. I'll append that to the description for next time. Yeah, we only had one, didn't we? Tiny shroom. Yeah, we need to hit 20 to get our... and then help this guy get his revive back. Yeah, I think I will go with probably just one heal per... or like... one heal guaranteed, but I can match whatever AI does. So like... by default I just get one. But... if I'm fighting an enemy who does... who like uses two potions, I can get an extra one. Here you go, kid. This is frustration. Oh, fun. Okay. We don't need Mud Slap, actually, because we have all these water types, awkwardly. Yes. Dome. Aerodactyl. Gyarados. Who do you care? Vine Disc? Sure. I might also just toss it on Bert for the fun. Alright. Yeah, I don't think OP... it's gonna be like... Steel... something... and... Steel Fairy, right? I guess that's why Mud Slap is useful. Let's see. Yeah. Did we... yeah, I wish the tiny shroom could go back. Did I talk to you? Okay. A new mushroom. Hooray. Okay. I remember grinding here with the Ralts, so I might try this better. Speech doesn't work on me. Okay. Swap that out. Maybe I was thinking of training here with a flying type. 'Cause I did definitely grind this trainer for a bit, and then I was like, anything you are good for, I could also just do with someone else. A 2 on the tiny shrooms. God. I love you, Larvesta. Larvesta. That's another example. You can. The shrooms do come back, but most of the time you're not getting tiny shrooms, which I was specifically going for 3 because of the quest for it. But it's not time efficient. Like you can get fusers, it's just you have to spend time grinding money, which isn't ideal. So it's better to just be a little frugal with the fusers. Because, like, I couldn't just use willy-nilly just to get fusions. But if I wanted to fuse something, I could. Maybe I should fuse Stuffle in Paris. I think that would be a good combo. And then if I taught it Mud Slap, it would be good into... I wonder if Paris can learn... Let me see... in my other tab. If Paris can learn Rock Smash. Paris... Stuffle... Let me pull it open. In the game capture. Yeah, you won't get stuck not being able to use money. It's just when you do run out of money, because there's a bunch of stuff that like you want to spend money on. Interesting. Not the worst. I guess normal grass feels bad. That is a weird one typing. I don't even really want to grind it up. What was I looking for? Oh, couldn't learn Rock Smash. Brick Break. Oh, sweet. Focus Blast. I would do this if I could learn Rock Smash, but it doesn't look like it can. Yep, that's a big NO. Back to the game. Anyway, I'm probably... I guess I should get both Mime Disc and Bert up to the cap. There's not really a trainer I can rematch, right? You don't rematch. You don't rematch either. And then all of the Birdie and Forest ones have, like, grass types. Oh, I guess I could go Route 3 and just not go into the Mons. Just fight the people. Oh, I forgot to get the other quest that I was gonna need for passing through here. So now I have to do a big double back. Normally the thing you do to not run out of money is they give you... You can use Payday on Meowth, or it's just your Pokemon, or they give you the VS Seeker. So you can rematch trainers for money. But this game kind of already has the rematches built in, even though they're not useful. Yep. There's that. The red flowers. I'm gonna go to the mart and do the other quest. Now I have to backtrack for the Pikachu thing. And he just gave us a bunch of Splicer for hitting 3 quests done, didn't he? What was Balm Mushroom? Okay. There will be a Maniac later that I can sell it to when I really need the money for, like, getting Ice Beam from the store or something. The main drag on my wallet right now is just getting Pokeballs. Because the actual decent Pokeballs cost a lot. Is bug electric and it's type? No. I don't think Paris does anything for Fletchinder or Luxray. It would be nice to level it up to 20 just to get the quest for this guy. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna keep going here and fight wild trainers. Caterpie. He should be Bug Steel or something like that. Nope, he's Bug Fairy. Okay. Go back to Mind Disc. Jeez, everyone knows Astonish. Okay, I'm healing more off the Draining Kiss. So I'll keep doing that. That wasn't terrible. Wouldn't grind it though. I wonder if they even let you into Mount Moon. I think you have to wait till after, because Brock is what opens up Mount Moon. As Brock goes and talks to the guy who's standing in front of it right now, and they're like, just open the door. Okay, he doesn't know any ghost type moves. It's not ground type. Okay. I can grind him, kinda. Probably P. Should have done confusion for more damage. I guess send Bert in up front, and then if emergency happens, I send someone else up as backup. I want to get Bert. I think I do want to stay a little late, partially because I'm not streaming next week. I do want to at least beat Brock. I'm gonna rematch this guy. This is not ideal. Okay, maybe Water Gun was the best choice there. Okay. Entret. It's the same level. You can grind the trainers, but you have to be careful because they get stronger, but to a limit. So, like, you can plan out the trainer. I'm gonna swap. You can plan out the trainer's mons. They just stop getting levels after a point, and you can just plan out what moves they learn when they level up and what they'll evolve into, because they will evolve. Like one of the guys I was training against before last week when I was training for Cerulean, yeah, you can grind them if you're sufficiently stronger than them, but there's a lot of the big risk is A, they level up, and B, they evolve, like even not according to levels. Like one of the guys I was grinding last week, I forget what mon, he had like 2 Pokemon, I forget what the front one was, but like the second one was like a Trubbish Magikarp fusion that after a few fights turned into Trubbish Gyarados, which would also know Thrash. Which luckily I was training Aaron, so it was no big deal. Like that's the kind of thing that could get you, is like when I was grinding him, I was like, oh, so the part that's gonna gonna evolve is gonna be the Trubbish to Garbodor, not the half that did. So you just have to be really careful and plan out what you do if either half evolves or whatnot. And what moves they could possibly know to mess with you. I'll fight this one more bug trainer. I think it was that youngster who's on our right. There's 13. It's better than Logan. It's like here, neither of those was particularly annoying, right? Front one was why not Spinnerack. The other half was Nidoran Ladybug, right? But like you could rematch him and like you would think the half that levels up is the Spinnerack, but they'll actually do like, oh, it's a Wobbuffet. And it knows Mirror Coat now. Or like, and Destiny Bond. Like, I can't rematch that guy because he has a Wynot, because the Wynot could learn Destiny Bond. And that's something I have to be aware of. Oh, guess we're fighting her. But yeah, like, and they'll give you better experience than, like, if you're in a weird situation where it's like, the other wild Pokemon are, like, less than level 10 here. Right? So it's like, I could fight these guys. Is no Spark yet? Oh! Okay. He doesn't know Spark yet, though. Or he would have used it. But yeah, like if they're like the same level as wild Pokemon and like you're level 20 and the wild Pokemon are like level 5, then it can be better to fight those guys because they're like level 8. Did I teach Mudflap to Mind Disc? And then, like, I'll show you here when we'll fight Brock, and it'll tell me Brock only has 2 Pokemon. I forgot that the Rock-type trainers exist. I could have just been fighting the Rock-type trainers. You can't rematch them, but it is just a waste of experience now. They frequently will do fusions that make the normal type difficult. It's like, that'll be a Flying Steel. Right? Because normally Steel's weak to ground, so they fused it with a type that makes it not the normal expected weakness of... Oh, okay. Like, so, again, and this is Grass type. Also trying to get around Ground type. He has... I know his... I forget what his second mon is, but I know the back one is Mime Junior Steelix. I think I feel safer swapping Burt in than I do swapping the other one. So we'll lead with Mime Disc. Yeah, and see, even though I have all these Pokemon, I can only use 2, because Brock's only using 2. Same thing happened with Misty, I just had to choose 2 to go into it with. Yeah, it's just a water type. Now I'm asleep. There we go. Misty Jr. Luckily, they give you Mud Slap before this fight to make it doable. Because without Mud Slap, this would be really hard. Trying to gyro bomb me. Oh man. Guess. Yes. The drying pan. Did we actually put Rock Tomb on? Probably. Okay, Reaper's Flash. I'm gonna toss it on Paris. Do I have held items? I guess I have, like, I have 2 berries. I've done the Brock fight like 3 times, so I wasn't... I knew what to expect, and I knew that just mud slapping him to death isn't a big deal. Because they give you that mud slap to just hard counter him. He'll always have a super effective move, and he'll be lowering accuracy, so it's... The Brock fight isn't actually very hard because of that. What's my... More nectar... Oh, I have to get... I'll do the Pikachu thing. I think it's just because you can be so restricted with what Pokemon you have and can catch before the very first gym. So they do... Traditionally, they want to be lenient with that first gym. But now we're like in this situation where I'm like, well, what do I do against Misty now? Because it's a very similar situation, and I don't have much room to get new wands. Right? And I'm kind of worse off. Or I guess I don't know that if I'm worse off or not. So what do they have? What do you mean? Oh, opponent have in terms of held items? When I fought Misty, Misty had like an Oranberry. Yeah. I don't remember what Mon number 1 was, because I just 2-shot it and it used Hail. The second Pokemon was Lapras fused with Frostlass. And I lost to them because the first Mon lived a turn, so it was able to set up Hail. And Snowveil lowered accuracy, so I only got 1 round of Mud Slap off, which wasn't enough lowered accuracy for me to have any missed hits. The Lapras used Bubble Beam, which on the water fire was good enough to still hit it hard, so I had to swap into the water fighting Gyarados Stuffle fusion. Is there any good way to... the name... And also just implicitly, it's the Ice Gym, so they have... It will be Ice type. Right? Because the name will always... It's always front half of name, back half of name. The front half being the head, the back half being the body. Let's do... the quest. There you go. And now I can put hats on Pokemon. I'm gonna change my own hat though. Yeah, now he's got a little perch to sit on. I'm sad that I don't have the F Pikachu, but whatever. The female Pikachu. I might train Paris up just to like level 10, just to have it as a good catchmon. But I think I'm gonna call it for tonight. We did 3 hours. We had the unfortunate L. Right, so Mr. Mime should be the head. So it's Mime Disc. Mime first because it's the head, Disc second because it's the body. But also just implicitly, I was fighting a gym leader, so I knew it would be Ice. The other problem with whether or not the head helps or not is you also have to remember the order of typing. Because, like, normal flying and flying normal pass on their types differently. Even though practically it's the same type. It also matters for Oricorio, because Oricorio gives the, Revelation Dance counts for the first type as what matters instead of the second. Yeah, I guess you're about to... So it would be a water ice, that Lapras. And it Will-O-Wisp, even with one accuracy down, it managed to land a Will-O-Wisp on it, and then I just kept spamming Rock Tomb, which wasn't, I think, the play. I should have done Rock Smash. And also I should have got him to the level cap, but that's my fault for being a little impatient. So we were very close there in that fight. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Sometimes there's like a... I don't know how to say it, but I think it's kind of like... In English, there is like an ordering to how you apply adjectives to words. That, like, a native English speaker couldn't, like, tell you what that order is, but they could tell you if you got it wrong. Like, the great green dog sounds different than the green great dog. And you know that second one sounds wrong, but you can't say why. And it's because there's just this implicit ordering of how the adjectives go. And I think there's a very similar thing with Pokemon types, where, like, I could guess the order with reasonable accuracy, but I couldn't tell you with certainty. Like, I don't know why Paris is bug grass and not grass bug. Usually first tends to be the more primary type. I don't know, because, like, also with, like, is Fletchinder, is it normal flying or flying normal? Because I think it's normal flying, just because that's how that type pairing goes. Things aren't usually flying normal. Flying's not usually the primary type. Yeah, and it's like, you could say when it's wrong, but it's hard to tell. Like, and this Mime Jr. is psychic fairy, not fairy psychic. And that's just something I could tell you, but I couldn't explain why. Why is it not normal electric? It's the head's second type. It's the head's second type, so that's why it's flying electric. And then the typing is head, comma, body. Yeah, so like that's why... Oh, maybe I'm thinking about it wrong. I think there are also weird situations where, like... Right? Because Mime Jr. is... Let me check the Pokedex. Mime Jr. is Psychic Fairy. Find Mime Jr. Yeah, it is Psychic Fairy. So then why is it the head passing on its primary type? Love Disc always passes on water. No, I think what it is that for normal flying specifically, I think there are like a few exceptions to the rule. Like, I know one of the trainers in Trader School, I don't know if this is still true, but I know generally the starters pass on their primary type no matter what, and I think normal flying always passes on flying no matter what. And I think it's just like there's a few exceptions to that. So like whatever, if I had Charizard, whatever I fuse it with, unless it's like already fire type, it'll always pass on fire type, even if it would normally pass on flying. I think it is just there's a couple of exceptions, and it's just the only two I know of are the normal flyers and the starters. What if both primaries are the same? Do they stick with a single type? I could just walk to the trainer school or like look it up on the wiki, but if both primaries are the same, like you mean if you fuse a normal flying with a normal flying, I think you do. I think they've changed it, because like I remember I had a Noctowl Pidgeotto that was pure flying type. Versus Noctowl Pidgeotto. Give it a sec to load. Like water ground with water electric. See, they both know. I think it, instead of being just monotype, it picks one of the secondaries. Let me see. I might pull up the types on Bulbapedia just to get a better example. Right. Because Quagsire is water ground, but I can't think even like with what is it? Lantern is also water electric. It's because the body passes on type 1, right? So Lantern, Quagsire, the head's passing on its second type of electric, and the body of Quagsire is passing on its first type of water. Oh, what? Or am I wrong? I'm reading it backwards. Lantern, the head, as a water electric type, passes on the water, then Quagsire passes on the ground, versus Quagsire, the head, I'm losing my mind now. Now I want to go to the trainer school before I leave the screen. I want to see it. I know they explained it at the trainer school. I am just going. I'm done theorizing. I'm going to ask the trainer school. I'm trying to remember it. I just keep getting it wrong. Ah! I guess I should just be smashing it. Oh, but Shinx is now a good option into Misty because jeez. Okay. Give me the tiny shroom. Thank you. Wrong screen? No, we're going to the trainer school. Which is back here. I'm sad I'm not gonna have a Ralt this run. I just really hope I get the Aaron. Yeah, this is the Pokemon Academy. Get up online. Yes. What? Oh, it just opened the wiki. Oh, I wasn't showing game capture. Yeah. That's MB. Fusions. And choose the same stage as big species. To infuse, one becomes the head and the other puts the body. Change look characteristics. Names and IDs. Come on. Here we go. I need the ability to infuse Pokemon. Okay. This used to be different. You used to be able to fuse to get a different ability. Like you could use a Politoed with Damp, and depending on the fusion order, you could get the other ability if it has two. Yeah, the stats. It's a weighted average where the physicals and speed are weighted towards the body, and the HP and specials are weighted towards the head. Generally, you'll have the head's primary type and the body's secondary. If the body's Pokemon doesn't have a secondary, its primary will be used instead. The head's already providing the element the body wants to provide. The body will provide its primary instead. Grimer Oddish, for example, is Poison Grass. Oddish normally provides poison as a body, but Grimer already provides poison, so to avoid redundancy, Oddish instead provides its primary type Grass. In old versions, some Pokemon had their primary and secondary types swap and would pass on to the new type in fusions. And their types reverted back to the official games, while some have their types swapped. Some Pokemon had a dominant type in the past, which we don't do anymore. Is it? I guess it's not still true. Okay. It is still true for any normal flying type. Yeah, head always gives No, right? Because if it... Or I guess head always gives primary. So, like, if you fused Quagsire with, like, Blastoise, it would just be mono water? Yeah. Here, Quagsire's the head, so it gives water, and then Blastoise' turn comes, so it only gives water. Even though Quagsire has a second type, it doesn't pass it on in this situation. Fusion is kept on the body or on the head if the body is sent to the PC due to the full party. Science history. Happiness. The other Pokemon give it a random nature. The head of the body is sent to the PC due to full party. Okay, weird bugs due to having a full party. Yeah, I think that's it. Well, I think the dominant type. The dominant type is different than primary. It's just, it always passes on flying. But I guess that doesn't make sense for the previous Noctowl Pidgeotto fusion. So I guess you might be right that it is always considered the primary. Head always passes on primary though. That's true. I guess body treats the... I don't know what I'm trying to say. But generally the normal flyers prefer passing on the flying type and will only pass on the normal type if it's already a flying type. That's why the Noctowl Pidgeotto fusions are both normal flying. But like if you fuse it with anything else that's not flying type, it'll always pass on flying, regardless of which side it's on. So like if we do Blastoise, Noctowl, see, it passes on flying both times. No, even when Noctowl's the head, it passes on flying because it's a dominant type. So with normal flyers, it only passes on normal when it can't pass on flying. Alright, but I'm going to call it for tonight on the stream. No stream next week. But the week after that, I should be back to stream. Yeah, we'll see what we get at Mount Moon. That'll probably be our other half of whatever we want to deal with Misty. Because the front half is probably going to be Shinx plus something else. Yeah. You can always... I do upload the VODs to YouTube. If you miss the stream and want to see it anyway. But... yeah. that's gonna be it for tonight. Thanks for dropping by. This was longer than usual. So I'm probably just gonna go to bed right after this. Good night. It's the wrong... No! I flipped through the wrong hold screens.